Hi, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Forecast. We talk about weather, we talk about climate, we talk about classic rock albums.
Yep.
Everything we get a chance to. We got half an hour to schmooze and hang out and talk weather and all stuff we want to talk about. So this is it. So you're stuck with us.
That's right. On a Friday, into a weekend in March. We haven't had many nice ones of those, right? Every weekend has been, last weekend we had the rain on Sunday. I feel like we haven't had like a decent 2 days of dry weather in forever, over a weekend.
And March is always March. It gives you a couple days and then yanks the rug out from underneath you. So it's sort of a good news, bad news thing with the forecast, I guess.
Yeah.
We're relatively dry for a couple days for once, but we're not bringing any warmth with it.
You know what's just weird? It just doesn't feel like it's been a cold March, but in reality, it hasn't been at all. We're averaging, I think it's like if March were to end today, it would be like 3.5 degrees above normal. It's because the first half was pretty warm, but since the Ides of March, it's been kind of chilly. I mean, today, it's barely going to hit freezing. 2
coldest days of March, March 1st. And Hammer's birthday.
Yeah. Late, especially after 40.
March 17th.
The first 40 were brilliant. And then, I don't know.
After that, the birthdays get worse. Yeah, but his birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, and the high was 25 and the low was 15.
Was it that cold?
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
It was cold outside and inside.
Yeah.
This March has been also not terribly snowy, about 4 inches of snow, but it's been really wet.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of rain this March, so we're finally going to put a kibosh to that for a few days.
We had quite a roller coaster ride there for a while, and there's always an up and down with March, but at least things are going to settle down a little bit. We're not going to get the big, giant swings that we had.
No, those have happened over the last 24 hours. Yeah. As you know.
We still have changeability coming, but not that 40-degree swing in a day, which was ludicrous.
Well, yeah. Well, today, right now, it is 30 to 40 degrees colder than it was 24 hours ago. How about that? Isn't that crazy? So there have been some ups and downs. So here's what we've got today. Clearly, you can see the skies are clearing. The cold has returned, of course. We're only in the 20s to low 30s today. That is it. So it is going to be a cold day. And by the way, the cold is going to take us into the first half of the weekend. We're going to be in the 30s again for your Saturday, with a little more cloud cover during the day and maybe a little snow shower, but warmer for Sunday. The second half of the weekend does look like we're going to get back to close to 50. The average right now is like 45, so we actually go a little above average. Looking ahead, though, into next week, April Fool's Day is Wednesday, and it does appear that we're going to see, what, did I startle you?
No, I think I clicked the clicker.
I noticed.
I might have clicked the wrong thing.
That's all right. You advanced me. That's fine.
Undo what I did.
Okay, no, we already went over this. That was fine. Perfectly placed.
Thank you.
Switcheroo with the maps. Yeah, April 1st is Wednesday. That's the start of a new month, and it looks like it's going to be kind of wet to end March and start April. Today, tomorrow, low to mid 30s. There's a little bit of a breeze, so there's just a tad of a wind chill. And then on Sunday, again, close to 50 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. So yesterday, of course, we had the rain. Got about an inch of rain in most areas yesterday. Luckily, no severe weather. That was all in Ohio and parts of Pennsylvania. But that rain has shifted south. The clouds are following suit. Notice the clearing going on. So we're going to have a nice sunny day despite the cool. It looks like it's going to be pretty nice. Now, there's a little weather system to our northwest. This guy, weak as it is, may stir up a couple snow showers tomorrow. There it is. And I mean tomorrow morning, not a big deal, but it will take the sunny afternoon and we're going to cloud it up a little bit tomorrow, and the cold remains the same. Not the famous Led Zeppelin song you're thinking about. The cold remains the same. All right, that's the song. Anyway, here we go. For today, lots of sunshine. Tonight, mainly clear until some of those clouds roll in and temperatures bottom out in the teens to low 20s for your Saturday morning. During the day on Saturday, there will be a little more cloud cover. We can't rule out a few light snow showers or flurries tomorrow, with a quick little, dusting of snow. Can't rule that out. Temperatures cold, but primarily a dry day despite that. Then on Sunday, a little bit more of a southerly breeze We'll see the cloud deck thicken up a bit, but it will be warmer, near 50 on Sunday. So these are high temperatures for today. This is very cold for this time of the year. Remember, it is late March. Sun angle is really high. So you can have cold days on late March, but they're usually cloudy. To have sunshine and temperatures only in the low 30s on the 27th day of March, that's impressive. Pretty cold. 32 in Buffalo, 34 Jamestown. Warsaw 31, Batavia 31, 34 in Springville. The clouds last to clear across the southern tier, but they will clear, okay? Tonight we fall into the teens to low 20s, and then for tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures climb like a degree or two. That's it. Notice there will be a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, and again, a few little snow showers are possible, but temperatures tomorrow staying cool. Then on Sunday, notice the arrows coming out of the south, southwest, a little warmer, a little cloudier, but temperatures will be comfortable, I would say. 50 in Lockport, Springville, 53 in Gowanda. Okay, I have a hunch we're going to be able to take the snowfall map, put it in a box, put it in storage, put it in the basement. Do I see snow chances over the next 30 days? We can't rule it out. There are signs that maybe middle of, maybe Easter weekend or just thereafter, there may be a few more shots of cooler air that could generate a few flakes. So we're not totally done, but in terms of accumulations, yeah. Tonight, or I should say tomorrow into tomorrow night, there might be a quick coating or a dusting of snow, again, with a little passing snow shower on Saturday. Okay, so there we go. That's the setup for the weekend. Now, as we head into next week, we are going to get into a warmer but a wetter weather pattern. A series of systems are going to move through. One comes in Monday night and Tuesday morning with scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder here. That'll be on Tuesday. This is as temperatures begin to climb into the 60s on Tuesday, okay? Those showers pass off, and then here comes the actual front that'll move through Wednesday. That will bring us a pretty good spat of rain. Right now, it's timed to move through in the morning, and if that's the case, we won't have to worry about thunderstorms, but if it slows down, we will. Behind that front, we'll see cooler temperatures again arrive for Thursday into Friday next week. Not to the extent of the cold that we have today, but still some ups and downs even into next week, but a couple of rain chances are on the way. Okay, that's for next week. For today, much colder. It has become mostly sunny, soon to clear even across the southern tier. Sunrise is at 7:06. That's when it was this morning. Northwest wind 10 to 15. For tonight, down to 20. That's pretty cold. This is why you do not plant anything.
Right.
This early spring season. I mean, come on. 20. What survives? Right. Nothing does. 20 degrees. Some spots will be in the teens. Light winds, mainly clear, but some clouds will build in later. For tomorrow, still cold, partly sunny, a bit of a westerly wind. Sunrise again at 7:06 tomorrow morning. And we're looking at not a bad day. It's just going to still be cold, kind of like today. So then as we move forward, we still have the two zones, and you will notice some temperature differences between the two. For instance, Sunday kind of uniformly right around 50. Then as we head into Monday, mid-50s for Buffalo, Niagara, low 60s for the southern tier. Tuesday has an opportunity of maybe getting a little warmer than 63. Mid to upper 60s are possible, but for now, we'll keep it at 63, 65 for the southern tier. Showers. Wednesday, that cold front comes through. If it comes through any earlier, we'll have to knock this number down a bit, but we'll go with 60s. And then Thursday, there's that cooler air back into the 40s. Maybe with the few showers.
There are some spring things that I'm dying to do.
Like what?
Plant stuff.
Yeah, can't do it.
Put out hanging baskets. Cut the bushes way back. It's too soon.
Yeah. I want to clean. The lawn just looks like a mess because it's still got the leaves from last fall, some of them. You got pets, you know what that's all about.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still just muddy. So you just kind of want to just dry things out. We've had a lot of rain in March, and I'm ready for a couple dry days to get rid of the mud.
Tomorrow's
right?
a good day to maybe clean up after the dog, after a season's worth of issues.
And do that for the, you know, my wife always says,
yeah.
I'll do, I'm like, honey, I'll do it.
It's okay. That's
I'll
one of the few things I could do.
Yes.
It's all right.
Let me take care of it.
That's right.
It's 3 dogs. It's a lot of products.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Treasure hunting. Anyway.
Oh, real quick. It's better, though,
When it's cold.
when it's cold.
Yeah. We just a little expert out there. Yeah, so some elite cleanup weather, possibly Saturday, the colder day of the weekend. We have more pleasant things to talk about, non-necessarily manure related. I'm going to test out some weather idioms. We're going to talk about your snowblower too.
And, that's key. Also, a quick look when we come back at Lake Erie. If you drive around Lake Erie, you see the ice here, except there at the Upper Niagara. What's the rest of the lake look like? We'll let you know. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is a look at Lake Erie, the ice boom. Well, the ice boom's over here. Got to believe that's coming out of. We got to get rid of this before we.
Come on.
Anyway, come on. Anyway, there is a fair amount of lake ice, but it's only literally in one spot. Okay, we have a tremendous amount of open water. The ice is kind of concentrated on our side of the bath. In fact, take a look here.
Oh,
we'll zoom in.
right.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, hold on.
Go back, go back.
There we go. This is where we have ice cover, okay? So let's say you go down to Lakeshore is where the ice, just near kind of
This is all open here.
north of Irving. Yeah, this is all open water. So, if you could get a good cold air blast, you'd get lake effect, but it is so hard to get lake effect this time of the year. The sun angle is just too high. Anyway.
The general flow of the water is this way, and then the wind pushes it too, right?
It does. It pushes it kind of all on our end. So if you were to drive to Cleveland and you look out the right side of the window, it's all open water all the way through Erie and down to Cleveland, but just a little bit of ice here. Now, in terms of Lake Erie, this is the average ice cover. This is red, okay? That's the average, which peaks, right around February, March. This year, we had some ice formation when it got really cold, if you remember, right after the new year, and then it got warm again and all the ice went away, and then it just shot up, right? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
At the middle part of January. And as you can see, we were almost, that's 100%, almost a total ice cover, and then we began to lose it. And right now, quickly, yeah. From March, look at that, from March 1st to about the 15th, we lost a lot. And right now, we're like at, 7-8% ice cover. So there we go. And all these lines here represent different years, but it's kind of cool. This is the average. You can see where
the red's the mean, and then the black is this year. Got it.
Isn't that cool? Okay. And real quick, snowfall this. We did this yesterday, but why not?
That's okay.
Once again, a little recap. 92.5 inches of snow. That's what we've had so far. Average for the date is 91. The average for the season, 94. So, Kevin, it looks like, as I switch over.
You switch? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. We're going to get very close to average. So, Kevin, I'm gonna push the hyperspace button.
We're clicking.
There we go.
2 weather computers. We got to switch the input from one to the other. He was goofing around on one, and I was goofing around on the other. Okay, let me make sure this works. Okay, so now we're fact-checking weather idioms. Okay, these are weather sayings. Did I lose it? We got to put on max 2 again.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Did I lose max 2? Did I overclick? Oh, here it is, right here. Fact-checking weather idioms. They're weather sayings, right? Like March goes in like a lion, out like a lamb. Well, let's check that out. Let's hold this accountable, okay? So what happened? March 1st was our coldest, actually tied for our coldest day of the month. We're not going to get down to these values within the remaining days of March. A high of 25 and a low of 15 on March 1st. And what's our forecast for the last day of March? In the 60s. So absolutely, in like a lion, out like a lamb. That held true. And now the other weather saying, April showers bring May flowers. April's notorious for being wet. And what do we have for April 1st? We have a lot of showers to begin our April. The good news, so again, I think it's going to be sort of a wetter beginning to April. The good news is, at least we expect the temperatures to be above average. NOAA does a temperature outlook. They have a couple. They have 6 to 10 and 8 to 14. 6 to 10 days out, this does not necessarily represent temperature. It represents the likelihood of being above average. You follow me? Like we're not going to be warmer than Las Vegas. You know, being in the red here means that we're going to be above average for our standards. So instead of being around 50, we're going to lean towards 60 for 6 to 10 days out. So it's pretty good. The bad news is with this is that we do expect above average precipitation. So expect a milder, warmer, milder and wetter, week leading up to Easter, if you will. Again, the sneak peek at Easter. Again, this is unofficial here. We're 9 days out. Things can change. But this is what it's looking like. Okay, the long-range models, again, leaning warmer and wetter. Easter, as you know, is a movable feast. It changes dates. It is the Sunday after the first full moon of spring. And our full moon is April 1st. So April 5th, the first Sunday, is Easter. Our average temperature for that date is, again, not for Easter, our average temperature for April 5th specifically, our average high is 50. As of now, Easter likely mild, maybe wet. So you won't be, I've had Easter with falling snow. You may remember snow on Easter. That's happened. I've been in church looking outside like, snow, nice. But again, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be milder than average. So if I had to guess right now, I think we're going to be in the 50s with some shower opportunities for Easter, for better or for worse. Again, yesterday I teased this, and I made a graphic for it. No, I teased it, and I said, well, let me circle back to make sure that I'm telling everybody else to do the right thing. And it turns out I was right for once. The snowblower storage, a couple different options. So this is something I think you can do. I think we're done with blowable snow for the homeowner. I'm not saying we're done with observable flakes, but I don't think we're going to get any snow where you're going to need a snowblower for it. So it's recommended to let the gas run out, okay? So go ahead and just let it run, let it peter away, and let it conk out, and then put it away. Or there's fuel stabilizer you can put in before you're putting it away. So either let the gas run out, and if you miserly don't want to, I got 3 gallons in there and it's worth $1 million nowadays, then go ahead and add some fuel stabilizer for the long-term storage. And I'm not handy. If you know how to change your oil, you can do it before storing it, or it's recommended to change the oil before. And go ahead and holler after the kids are trick-or-treating. Go ahead and spend early November getting that snowblower ready. Okay, last measurable snow. Again, I think we're done. I don't think we're done with measurable snow. I think we're done with, where you're going to get 2 inches on your driveway and you're going to need to snowblow it. I think we're done with that, okay? But measurable snow, the fun fact about April, and we've said this many times, we've never had an April without at least a trace of snow in Buffalo. And so, it's probable that we're going to get some flakes mixing in. As a matter of fact, I think we have some wintry mix possibilities next week as well. So our average last measurable snow is mid-April. Fast forward to the bottom column here. Last year was around mid-April, our last measurable snow. We once went, look at this, an entire March without measurable snow. Our last measurable snow is February 27th. And we've had a month where even May made it to, we had measurable snow in May. It was around Mother's Day or so. So, all right, coming up next break, I'm going to talk more about spring weather in Western New York. So stay with us. Fine. All right, we are back with As the Weather Turns, with about another good name.
That is because if you were a fan in the 70s and 80s and 90s of my favorite soap opera, by the way, was Santa Barbara. What did you like?
I didn't watch soap opera.
Oh my gosh, Eden and A. Martinez, and Eden was the best. And Roman, was that Santa Barbara?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Roman, Amy will tell us. Sorry, Santa Barbara had the character of Eden. Sorry, you said As the Weather Turns. That reminded me As the World Turns.
Right.
It's a soap opera.
That's right. The Bold and the Beautiful was another possible name for the weather show.
Yes.
Right.
The Bold and the Beautiful. Well, that's why we have Jen and Lauren as the beautiful part.
Right.
and then maybe Dan Russell's the bold, and you and I, we still have to find our roles.
The middle-aged and the restless was another possible name that we were messing around with the beyond the forecast. I show this the 6 to 10 days out. Again, we're going to lean above average 6 to 10 days
Here,
out.
go back to that real quick. So these colors here, just so you know, this means the greatest chance of above normal temperatures. It doesn't mean necessarily this is going to be 80s or 90s.
We're not going to be hotter than Vegas.
No.
Vegas is going to be average, which is plenty hot.
But the chances of above normal is where these colors mean. Okay.
We're going to be above average for us. So here we go. It's a slow climb. Well, here's the yodeler. Remember the yodeler?
On Price is Right?
Yodeling. So you are here, ladies and gentlemen. You're March 27th. You're right about here. With a slow climb is underway. Easter this year is right around average, our first week of April. So
look at the end of May, 70s. That's just
2
months from now.
When is shorts and t-shirt weather?
Well, it depends. If you ask your teenager, they would say now or we passed it. But for me, I don't know. I'm right around here.
April 30th.
Yeah.
April 30th is the correct answer.
Yep.
With that. Okay, so a Sabres game tonight. Sabres, among the hottest teams in hockey right now. If you're going to the game tonight, no problem, no travel issues going down there. Sunset.
They got to win tonight, though, Kev.
Sunglasses on the way down. All right.
They got to win tonight. They've lost 2 games in a row in overtime.
Okay. All right.
All right. You just want to go into the playoffs with some momentum.
The Bisons are playing today, and they're going to have to deal with some chill.
Yeah. I'll say.
Right.
I mean, it's in the 30s. I think the entire game's going to.
You got the 7-day and max 3.
Sure. Let's do
All right. Hold on one sec. It's an audible, everybody. And if I flick over here, can we get over to? No, we got to. Okay, click over to your 7-day forecast.
On mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Average snow so far. It looks like it's going to be, and our weather outlook was, around average for the snow predictions, and it turned out to verify. The winter, it turns out, is good. We didn't have any big signature storms, any big lake effect events that we're going to be talking about for a long time, but it is going to end up with average snow. All right, so 7-day. We're starting with a chillier weekend, but we do get warmer and wetter as we flip to April.
That is true. April 1st, to me, a horrifying day because of what my family does to me on April 1st as hijinks and tomfoolery. It's terrible. Anyway, but as a weather day, it looks like it's going to be pretty rainy and a little cooler to start the new month.
Can't rule out flakes on Thursday. You've been warned. Oh.
You're as cold as ice.